Today on my show of what I'm going to talk about on my show today is I'm going to do a movie review of what I just watched today. Is I'm going to do a 1986 movie review of The Boy Who Could Fly. So it's a and it's a movie from the 80s, and it's directed by Nick Castle, and the movie stars like Fred Savage when he was a child star in the 80s. So the movie came out in like 1986. So um if anyone does not know what the movie is about, or unless people already knows, that's fine, but I'll tell you what it's about anyway. So the movie is about there's this mom like Charlene, and Charlene has like these two kids, Millie and Lewis, and they also have a dog named Max in the movie. So, like, it's about um the mom, two kids, and their dog like moves into this house. So they live like right next door to an autistic boy's house named Eric. So Eric in the movie, he lives with his uncle Hugo, played by Fred Gwynn. You might have recognized him from The Munsters. So, like, if anyone remembers watching this movie back in 1986, so the character, like Eric, he has like autism in the movie. So the character Millie, she's a teenage girl. So she like be friends with this autistic boy Eric, but I think in my educated guess that I think Eric looks like he has non-verbal communication skills. So Millie teaches like Eric how to like communicate or something in the movie. So like Eric, he's like really different like the other students. So like back in like the 80s, how like autism was different like back then, like versus what it's like today in our generation. So like how Millie tries to get to know like Eric, like when they were playing like volleyball in school, but also like in the movie, Eric flies in the air, but not in real life, but only in the movies. So it's like a fantasy and drama. It's like a fantasy, drama, and romance film. So I think a lot of people from the 80s might know what I'm talking about if they ever seen this movie or not. And for modern people, like, they probably may not know what it is, but again, if anyone's like a huge fan of their favorite 80s like child star, Fred Savage, then I would easily highly recommend it. It's just check it out if you ever get a chance. And yes, it's a movie about autism. And and again, I highly recommend it because good luck looking for it because I think in my own opinion that this movie is probably incredibly hard to look for in stores. Yeah, and I think Fred Savage and the cast did an amazing job. But I think I have seen this movie before, but I rewatched it. But I think it's not a bad like film from the 80s. And I thought it was like an okay fantasy romance film. Yeah. And I think Nick Castle did an amazing job directing this movie. And and before I go, I also want to make this episode today for like people who remembers watching The Boy Who Could Fly like back in 86 and also who's a big fan of Fred Savage. And that's all for my show today. And make sure to comment below and tell me what are your thoughts of what you think of the 1986 movie The Boy Who Could Fly and why. And did you enjoy the movie? Did you thought it was okay? Or was it terrible? But again, just tell me in your own opinion review about the 80s film and why. Don't forget to subscribe and click like on the bottom below if anyone enjoyed my episode today. And that's all for my show today, and see you next time.